Michael was a different level, man. It's a different level of competitiveness, just sure will to win. He changed the game. He changed the game. I mean, not just in one aspect, in many aspects, in every aspect of the game, he changed it. I played against some of the greatest players in the history of this game. Michael Jordan was one of those guys that lifted my ability to the next level. We enjoyed the competition with one another. We played very hard and fiercely against one another, but it was like you had two gentlemen going head to head. Michael Jordan and I wasn't just coming down the court getting dunks at the dunks. We found creative ways to score. I can't tell you the fun and the pleasure I had to play against him. You know, and Michael and I, we never really talked about those games. It was kind of an unspoken thing between us. You know, the respect level that we had was at a different level. I think I had a great game in Atlanta, and I remember going to Chicago. Michael walks into our locker room. Now, we're still in suit and tie. We haven't gotten dressed yet. And he walks in our locker room, suit and tie. And I was like, what are you doing coming in our locker room? And I ain't gonna say exactly what I said. And so he walked by me, he walked by Kevin Willis, and he got to Randy Whitman. He tapped him on his butt and he said, lace him up, it's gonna be a long night. He got 60 that night. He got 60. And it was a very close game. I think it went down to the last shot in that game, but I think he proved his point.
And a beautiful view of stunning Chicago, close by Chicago Stadium, for a much-anticipated matchup today. Welcome, everyone, to Chicago. This is Kevin Harlan, along with me, Clark Kellogg. We've got David Aldridge joining us from the sidelines as we get set to watch the Atlanta Hawks go up against the Chicago Bulls. Clark, this should be a beauty.
You know, each of these teams, Kevin, has a guy who is in the running for the league lead in scoring. I'm, of course, talking about two guys that don't need introduction, Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins. Going to be a lot of fun watching these guys try to one-up each other offensively.
And Clark, beyond just Jordan and Wilkins, plenty of other talented scorers on each of these teams as well.
Kevin, you make a very good point. I mean, these are two impressive high-octane lineups, which I think could result in this score really getting run up in a hurry.
This should be one to remember. And out there for Atlanta, Spud Webb at the point with Doc Rivers at the 2. At the forward positions, Dominique Wilkins and Moses Malone. John Koncak will be at center. And starting things off for the Bulls, it's John Paxson at point guard with Michael Jordan also at the guard. Then Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant at the 3 and 4. The veteran, Bill Cartwright, in the middle.
Expectations are high for Jordan and Wilkins in this one. They're both exceptional scoring threats, and I know their teams are expecting each of them to be the difference makers out there as they try to get the W.
Jordan. Here's Cartwright. Rebound, Wilkins. And so it's Wilkins who brings up the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Webb up top, guarded by Paxson. Wilkins kicks to Webb. And it's Rivers, top of the key. 5 to shoot. From deep. That shot off. And the Bulls going the other way now. You know, often, Clark, it's the team's respective leader who sets the tone for their whole squad.
You are correct, partner. So if Jordan or Wilkins can manage to get off to a hot start, that could spread to the other guys and get their whole team rolling early.
That's a good point. Something that could be a difference maker in this one is Moses Malone's dominance on the glass.
I agree. I mean, Chicago is going to have to fight extremely hard to beat Malone to rebounds. He's relentless in pursuing them, especially offensive boards. But limiting the Hawks' second chance points, I think, is essential for this Bulls team.
Good observation. That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look. Webb against Paxson. Malone in the post. Some solid defense from Grant. Here's Jordan. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Wilkins and Jordan, a couple of talented one-on-one players who are both going to be seeking mismatches in this one.
And, you know, Kevin, if you're on either of these teams, you've got to be ready to come at Jordan and Wilkins defensively. Don't let them dictate things. Low-effort defense, not going to get it done because they'll take advantage of that fully.
Oof. And now for a little background on this superstar matchup, here's David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, Jordan and Dominique have met up in the slam dunk contest twice, each winning once. It was just last year that Jordan won over Dominique in one of the most talked about and controversial dunk contests ever. I know fans are hoping we'll see the tie-breaking contest between the two someday. Maybe they'll settle for tonight's game. Back to you.
David, I can see it in my mind's eye. Those two going at it. Clark, no question, they're two of the most skilled dunkers in today's game.
And Kevin, it's just another thing that makes these meetings so electrifying, so must-see TV. Hard to beat getting to watch two gifted scorers like this go at each other.
And the athleticism is right just off the charts. You know, Clark, in some ways, this game could come down to either Jordan's or Wilkins. And who scores the most? Outperforming the other could seal the game for their team.
And, Kevin, that's exactly what we'll be keeping a close eye on. Which one is leading in the point column? Because I agree, the winner of that duel very well could decide this thing.
Oh, what a duel it's going to be. Kevin Willis has checked in for Concave. The number one objective, Clark, of this Bulls defense has to be limiting Dominique Wilkins' looks. They've got to contain that incredible scoring of his.
Kevin, you're all over it. Right on point. I mean, if Chicago can't disrupt his usual scoring, then they're in for a long night and some real trouble.
Here's Willis after the Bulls pick up two. Wilkins surveying the defense. Shoots over Jordan. The rebound by Cartwright. Chicago leading by 3. Trying to get open is Pippen. No good. He has missed 3 of his 5 attempts this game. It's Rivers on the wing. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Willis with a screen on Paxson. Another shot, Malone. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Malone's got his second basket of the game. Clark, I know the Bulls are hoping for big things this year after making it all the way to the conference finals a season ago.
You know, I think Chicago proving they can handle teams like these Hawks could be a really good sign for them as they look to become a more dominant and consistent force in this league. Malone owns the paint area of the floor. Nobody coming in there messing with him.
Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 8 points.
They don't hesitate when they get their opportunity to punch it inside.
Webb against Paxson. Malone outside. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Some changes for Chicago. Purdue, he's checked in for Cartwright. King comes in for Horace Grant. And Armstrong subbed in for Paxson. And then for Atlanta, Carr comes in for Malone. And it's Tony in for Spud Webb. A nice shot by Jordan. 10 points for him.
I think Jordan could do this all day long. I mean, the mid-range area is a very comfortable area for him.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Tony against Armstrong. Now, here is Tony. He's guarded closely. It's Wilkins on the wing. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. And good that time.
With the rock inside, hey, Willis has one thing on his mind. Let's go to work.
Jordan with it. Over Wilkins. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a shot to beat the buzzer. And that's how you gain momentum.
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the Bulls. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to Chicago as the second quarter gets underway. It's been an exciting game so far between the hometown Chicago Bulls and the visiting Atlanta Hawks.
For the Bulls, they've got a new coach at the helm this season. With Phil Jackson, this is his first stint as a head coach here in...
Oh, wow!
Boy, you love the swagger in MJ's game. Going up high and throwing it down hard.
Pippen against Rivers. Passes it to Wilkins. Back to Rivers. And there's the pass to Tony. Wilkins draws the double. Right wing. Here's Willis. It's all in by the Bulls.
That's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too. Michael Jordan using that strength of his to get into the defense to draw the foul on the way up.
Now looking back at the opening quarter, Clark, Jordan managed to stay ahead of Wilkins in points scored.
Yeah, really good start for him, Kevin, in that regard, but can he keep doing that the entire game?
Right. Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Cartwright's checked in for Purdue. Grant comes in for King. And it's Paxson in for B.J. Armstrong. 18 feet out. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Webb.
You know, if Webb finds an opening in the mid-range, he'll take it. The defense has got to keep him marked at all times.
Jordan deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Wilkins. The shot by Jordan, no good. The Hawks trail by 5. And Rivers with the basket on the assist by Spud Webb. Webb's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Well, you got to appreciate how consistent these Atlanta Hawks have been. I mean, season to season, even while going through some roster shakeups, they've been steady.
Webb against Paxson. Malone in the post. Off target at the rim. Chicago leading by 5. So far, Michael Jordan has been getting just about Clark everything he wants on the offensive end.
And that's not unexpected, but, you know, that doesn't bode well for the Hawks as Wilkins has been unable to answer Jordan with shots of his own, which I think says a lot about the job the Chicago defense is doing.
I agree. Here's Malone. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Clark, as we know, last year the Hawks were able to hit 50 wins for the 4th consecutive season.
And, Kevin, I think that speaks to, obviously, the product on the floor, but the quality of their organization, too. I mean, these are players and coaches who just know how to win games.
Now Rivers. Inside. Wants to get it to Malone and does. Nails the baby hook. Malone's got 8 points.
The Hawks and the Bulls, when you look at the measurables of teams and players, pretty standard for the league, with explosively athletic backcourts and then quite a bit of size down low, too. He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Webb against Paxson. It's Wilkins on the wing. Baseline J on the way. Almost, but it rolls out. Clark, we were talking about size. Both of these teams start a 7-footer at center.
Yeah, you know, Contact and Cartwright are very imposing at that position, Kevin. And then you get Grant and Malone are paired evenly at 6'10". So, hey, there's no way this game is not going to be physical in the paint.
Yeah, it'll be a battle for sure. Let's go to David Aldridge, who has some inside info on the Chicago Bulls.
Hey, Kevin, when you talk to the coaching staff and you say, what's the key to success against the Hawks, they have a one-word answer. Michael. They expect big numbers from Jordan, probably exceeding his average of 35 points from last season. Back to you, Kevin.
Well, that's good stuff there, David. Sometimes, Clark, the answer is that simple, I guess.
Yeah, you don't have to complicate it, especially when you're talking about Jordan, because he does make it really simple. Although he's not a one-man show. His whole team is going to have to still step up.
And they take pride in that, don't they? Helping this very special talent do what they've got to do.
Yeah, they're pros, and they get their checks twice a month, too.
Clark, how do you think the Bulls have done so far in defending Dominique Wilkins?
I think they've done a solid job, quite honestly. I mean, they've taken away the easy looks for him, and they're making him work for every shot. Kevin, that's really all you want to do against a great scorer like Wilkins.
Yeah, make him work for every bucket. That's a good point. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Rivers kicks to Webb. Here's Malone. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Cartwright's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Jordan. And the jam by Bill Cartwright.
The defense that time totally outsmarted by Jordan with the pick and roll. Great way to create for another shooter.
Here's Webb. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Chicago in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down. So welcome back, everyone, to the third quarter of this contest between the Bulls and the Hawks, where Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins have been going at it. The Hawks trail by 16.
And as this second half gets underway, the defensive ability of the Hawks and Bulls only become more important. You got to limit your opponents down the stretch, and both of these teams have the ability to do that.
Second half underway, and here's who Mike Fratello's got on the floor. Webb out there with Rivers. Then it's Concap. Then there's Moses Malone. And it's Wilkins in at the 3 spot.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
We were talking about this before, but Clark, some very capable defenders on both sides of the floor.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, the duo of Pippen and Jordan, so effective at wreaking havoc and forcing turnovers. And the Hawks have Doc Rivers, who can hassle ball handlers. He's physical as a backcourt defender, as well as Moses down low to eat that glass and block shots, too.
Both are fun to watch. We're going over the numbers from the first half. Clark, Jordan was able to top Wilkins in scoring in the first and second quarters combined.
A critical advantage partner that he worked really hard to get. Not all of his hoops were easy ones.
Right, you're right on that. Chicago leading by 16. Jordan outside. And there's the drive. And he makes good on the layup. Jordan's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, what a ruthless, wicked dribble move that time by Jordan. Threw his defender off and got the space he needed to fire.
And another great look at the 2K drive. Wilkins against Jordan. Now, here is Webb. He's covered closely. Over Cartwright. Webb can't hit.
Not really necessary with nobody on you. I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open?
Jordan is doubled. Cartwright, the pass to Jordan. And the shot is good. That's now 32 points for Jordan.
When you think about Michael Jordan, you think about scoring, putting the ball in the basket. But he does a lot of other stuff out there as well, like moving the ball effectively.
Kings checked in for the Bulls. Armstrong comes in for John Paxson. Atlanta also making some changes here. Antoine Carr, he's checked in for Malone. Tony comes in for Rivers. And Smith subbed in for Spud Webb. Wilkins draws the double. Pass to Concap. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Concac's got his first basket of the night. You know, we touched on it. Last year, Michael Jordan Clark was actually 8th in the league in total assists. He was a top 10 assist guy.
It's not something that comes to mind when you think about him, but it's very impressive nonetheless, Kevin. Shows you what kind of leader he is. He knows he's got to get his teammates involved and work well with them for his team to be its best.
Yeah, he's a terrific facilitator.
No doubt.
Smith against Armstrong. Smith, no luck.
These Hawks have a trusted and capable leader steering the ship, and that's Coach Mike Fratello. He won Coach of the Year for his work with this team in the '86 season. Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Offensively, Clark, things have sort of fallen apart for him.
And they need to recover as soon as possible.
Tony, no luck. Yeah, an experienced coach who knows his team inside and out. That's Mike Fratello. Art, do you think that gives the Hawks an advantage?
I think it could, Kevin. I mean, Coach Fratello will have an easier time seeing what his team needs out there and will know what adjustments best suit this squad.
In transition, here come the Bulls. Here in the third quarter, the Bulls, Clark, have managed to be pretty effective when it comes to defending Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, you know, their focus, Kevin, in terms of defending him, I think has really been good. Really good. And I think you can tell it started to frustrate Dominique a bit.
You can. Count that one.
You know, once Jordan makes his move to the basket, he has no intention of stopping, which makes it hard to slow his progress.
As we get deeper into this game, Clark, it has been all Jordan offensively, as we can see, leaving Dominique well behind him.
You know, I didn't think it would be this one-sided. I mean, Jordan has just been operating at a totally different level, and Dominique has not managed to match that intensity or production.
You're so right. And here's Jordan outside. That shot misses. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Wilkins draws the double. Smith outside. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Wilkins, the pass to Tony. Jordan against Wilkins. Smith left side. Good, and the nice assist from Wilkins. Wilkins has got 3 assists now in this one. Outside, Jordan. Gets it off. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for Chicago. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark. Welcome back, everyone. We get into the fourth quarter of this thrilling game between the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. And this crowd is feeling it.
As this game wears on, you have to be so conscious of Michael Jordan. I mean, he's got something of a reputation for being a closer, and that's an understatement. He finds a way to push himself beyond his limits to come up with clutch points when his team needs it most.
So with Pippen sitting on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. Grant is out there with Michael Jordan. Then there's Paxson. Then there's Hodges. And it's Purdue in at the 5, down low. And slam dunk by Purdue.
Really crafty play that time by Jordan. Good decision. The defense was locked in on him, so he gave it away.
Knowing that Michael Jordan likes to explode down the home stretch offensively, Clark, think the Hawks might increase the defensive pressure on them.
You know, it wouldn't shock me, Kevin, if they did just that. Just make sure somehow, some way, you don't allow him to put together a run.
Well, Purdue with the rebound. And Clark, as we come toward the end of this game, winding our way toward the finish line, the Bulls are doing all they can to limit Dominique Wilkins' production.
And it's working. They're making a strong effort to keep Wilkins from getting a lot of shot attempts.
Basket counts. 7 points for Dominique Wilkins.
Boy, tremendous vision from Rivers there. You see why he racks up so many assists.
Jordan the pass to Paxson. Jordan is doubled. From deep. Drills the three-pointer.
And the D was clearly lackluster there. No excuse letting a player of his caliber get that kind of shot.
Webb kicks to Malone. Wilkins against Jordan. Now, here's Wilkins. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 3. Here's Webb. That's tipped. It's Jordan with the drive. And Michael Jordan, no doubt, one of the greatest dunkers of this era. Michael's game goes to an even higher level when Atlanta enters this building. It's a rivalry that Jordan welcomes each and every time. Here's Wilkins. Lays it up off the glass.
An outstanding finisher. Wilkins is at his best when he's attacking aggressively.
Jordan passes to Purdue. Back to Jordan. Over Rivers. Grant trying to break free. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And when you're guarding him, you've got to fight over the top.
Paxson against Webb. Pass to Rivers. Back to Webb.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Willis with a screen on Paxson. Webb with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, much respect for the defense of Jordan. I mean, he gives his all on this end of the floor. I mean, fantastic at getting his hands up to block shots.
Passes it to Hodges. Back to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, listen to this Chicago crowd erupting. What a jam by Michael Jordan.
Rivers against Hodges. Webb the pass to Willis. 1:21 left here in the fourth quarter. Misses the fadeaway jumper. And they double up Jordan. Paxson kicks to Jordan. Grant the pass to Hodges. Back to Grant. Sinks that one from the post.
Enjoying this big lead, and right now they look unstoppable on offense.
Atlanta with the ball. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Webb. Willis with a screen on Hodges. They get it back. And Malone with the stuff.
You know, part of what makes Malone such a good rebounder is his aggressiveness. I mean, and he also has a real nose for the ball.
Here is Paxson. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Jordan. Drops in the layup for two. Jordan's got 48.
And this run has helped seal the win.
Now, here is Webb. Wants to get it to Malone and does. Down low, Willis. And it's Willis finishing it off.
You know, this is why Moses Malone's teammates like playing with him, because when they're uncovered and open, he finds them.
And here's Paxson. And the Chicago Bulls, Clark, managed to pull out the win here tonight with Michael Jordan delivering a terrific performance to overcome Wilkins and these Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Kevin, able to beat Dominique's offensive talents once again. Always special, though, to watch these two go at it head-to-head. MJ got the better of Dominique this time.
He did tonight. But looking beyond just the two stars, Clark, as you like to say, this was a team win.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, Jordan cleared and made the way, but the rest of the Bulls did a terrific job keeping up with them and putting a lot of pressure on this Hawk squad. Well done by the Bulls.
This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. So long.